Hey yo, welcome to the Chief Terrain Video Northrop Part 1. Chief Terrain Video Northrop Part 1. I'm working on a project right now that it's going to be a little bit of a complicated terrain, semi-complicated. I've done worse, but I'm just playing around with this thing, and I'm doing a little test before I actually do the terrain on my project. And I'm going to just share some things with you. A lot of people complain about not getting the terrains. And I got to tell you, I've done a lot of terrain work, and I'm not the expert, but somehow I kind of muddle through it, and I sort of understand more and more every time I do one of these terrains. And so I just want to share some things with you that I'm starting to learn here. How all this stuff gets affected. Okay, first, Control X. Here's my terrain. Okay. Look at this. There's a square house on this sloping piece of land, and notice the terrain slopes diagonally with the terrain. It just does. That's how my project's going to work. I'm just telling you. And you can see the contour lines right here, right? I mean, you can see the contour lines. They're at an angle. It makes sense, doesn't it? And I know you can select this stupid building and go and go high terrain, unhigh terrain selected. Well, that's actually. Oh, sorry, that's really the way I want to do it anyway. I don't like to hide the terrain. I like to model the terrain for my house. That's what I like to do. But if you did this, you saw that hole. Okay, fine. So now I want to show you. That's the site. And there's a house on there. So let's talk about how can we now manipulate this. And by the way, these right here are elevation lines. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This elevation line right here just happens to go right through the middle of the house, which is where I set the finished floor at. You guys figure this crap out. So now I'm going to tell you, I created a terrain region. Control V, boom. Look at this. This. If you don't know what this is, it's called an elevation region. And so I'm going to play with the little things. Do I interpolate it to edge? F18 to automatically, yes. I don't know what it changed. Nothing. Here. This is the deal. I should start my stupid timer because I'll go on for 3 days if I don't do this. Hold on 1 second. Pause. Hold on. Okay, timer started. 10 minutes, and it'll go longer, I'm sure. So this elevation is actually, it's defined as 1,176 feet. Should I change this so you guys can understand it, so I can understand it, so we all can understand it? 98 feet. I don't know why I made it 98 feet. Oh, I know why. Look. You, terrain. I don't like to do this, but I do it for this particular case because I'm probably going to have to go through coastal and all this other kind of crap. Bottom line is pad elevation at 100 feet. What does that mean? That means that my house is 100 feet below, 100 feet above. It means my zero elevation of my house is 100 feet below sea level. It means my 0.0 finished floor of the first floor is 100 feet above sea level, whatever you want to call it, okay? I'm just telling you. That's what it is. And then I created this terrain region because I have a raised floor foundation, I guess, and I just want it 2 feet below. I mean, not a big deal. So let's see what happens. Okay, so Control X. Watch this. It all makes sense, right? All that stuff makes sense. Control V. Now watch what happens when this elevation. Look at this. You can see over here on the side here how it's affecting it. Look at that. Why is that doing that? Well, let me move this around a little bit more. Now you guys understand command. Look what it's doing, man. You ever do a terrain, you get these funny little things like this. You understand that this is the terrain right here. There's my terrain, and I got this terrain elevation region outside the terrain. It's not even in the terrain, and it's affecting it. That's my point. Suppose I put it up here. Ooh. Look what's happened up here. The point I'm making is that elevation region affects my actual terrain, even though it's outside of it. That's what it does. Okay. But here's the point I wanted to do. I actually want to put this terrain region right there because now look. red. 100. You see what I just did there? I don't know if you can see it because I can't see it. Right there. What did I do? I don't know what I did. I did something. Give me a second. I'm going to think about it. Whatever. Those are the red lines are my contour lines. You got that. Now I want this elevation region. What is this? This is called a elevation region, and it's specified as UU. It's specified as 98 feet, which is 2 feet below my finished floor of my house. Just you figure it out yourself. I'm not going to explain it to you. Interior is flat. If I don't make an interior, look, the interior of this region is flat. That's what I want. I don't want some kind of mound in the middle. I want this thing to be flat, and this interpolate to tangent to edge. You got to play with it to see if it gets what you want. I cannot explain how that works, but that's an option. But I got to tell you, 99% of the time, you're going to check this as interior is flat. So now let's go ahead and put this. Let's go ahead and put this right here. And the question is, does this elevation region override my contour lines? Does my elevation region override my contour lines? The contour lines being the red lines that I created. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this funny thing, man. I mean, look at this. You get all sorts of crap there. I mean, I'm pulling my hair out trying to figure this crap out. But can I fix it quite easily? Yes, I can. Look, I'm not going to fight Chief on this. If Chief can't make this easier for me, I don't care. I'm going to work it out my own way. Oh, let's just take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. You see this funny thing right here where all these contour lines are coming here? How can I fix that? Suppose I take this in one bump and I do a look at this. Look at this. I'm filleting it. I'm filleting that corner. You think it's gonna check that out? I don't know what you're checking out. But you're checking something out. But still, the question was, does this terrain region override these contour lines, these elevation lines, these red elevation lines that I gave it? That's the question. My answer is no, not very good, because watch what happens if I do this. I'm going to take this contour line right here. I have a contour line right here that is defined as an elevation, whatever elevation is. But the point is this should not go through my elevation region. Should not go through my elevation region. So what? Let's see. 3-3 to break. 3-3 to break. Did you just see what I did? I just got rid of the middle section of that. What is this called? It's called elevation line specification. I just changed that elevation line specification. I mean, I cut out the portion of it that goes into my elevation region. Now let's start moving this back a little bit. Let's see what happens if we move this back and let Chief kind of do it. Oh, look at this. Starting to smooth out a little bit, isn't it? Huh? So, you know, if someone has this raw piece of land sloping down like this, and I do a lot of as-builds. This is an as-build, okay? I'm not doing this. This is what's there. And this terrain slopes diagonally across my house. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it. That's what I'm trying to do. And you come back like this. Look at this. Looking pretty smooth now, isn't it? And you think about how they were going to build this back in the day when they built this thing. Isn't that what they did? They kind of let Chief figure stuff out. Well, by the way, I'm going to just try something. I'm going to interpolate. I never get this. F18 to rebuild. Yes, I'm going to rebuild it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just don't. I'm just telling you I don't. But if you look over here on the left, it's looking pretty kind of cool, I think, you know. Not bad, is it? By the way, does this have a material? I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just whatever it is. Okay, so now I got this funny thing right here. See that funny thing right there? And that funny thing right there? Well, what do? I select this elevation line. This is the elevation line that I put in to define the terrain. 3-3 to break. I'm using hotkeys. 3-3 to break. You guys figure out your own hotkeys. So I select this line, and so what you're going to see is I just deleted a portion of this contour line that I put in. because I don't want the contour line that I put in to affect this elevation region. And it's still a little funky. It's still a little funky. So I'm going to start letting it find its own. Oh, see that? Looking pretty cool there, isn't it? And what about this? So suppose I just kind of pull this back a little bit. You see that? I got rid of that the jiggity jaggities and all that other kind of crapola. And that's look. If someone did a grading plan, if you got some kind of genius, you know who, civil engineer to design your grading plan, that's about what he would have done. Let me see something here. Let's see. HR. No, that's HV vector. Yeah. See, I mean, that vector's. I don't know if you like that vector view. I just like render views, standard views. That looks pretty freaking cool, man. What? Hey, watch this. By the way, watch this. See that terrain elevation line? Suppose I do this. Suppose I copy and place 0, 0 to copy and place. I'm going to convert it to nothing. I'm going to now reconvert it to a terrain feature. Okay. And I'm going to give it a material, terrain feature, select material, go to, how about dirt? How about sand? I hate sand, white sand. How about white sand? Boop, boop. There you go, guys. Yeah, you know, reverse the layers if you want. Grass where, hey, we live in San Diego. We can't afford water out here, I'm telling you. Except on our golf courses, of course. We can afford water. You know, I played a golf course the other day, Carmel Mountain, and it's kind of cool. And bump. It's kind of cool because and bump. They're getting rid of 40% of the grass. It's kind of a cool course now. And bump. No. What am I? Bump, bump, bump. Yeah, now that's grass, and I'm gonna go bump, bump. It's like this, and there. Now it's dirt. This is how San Diego looks. It's all dirt, all sand, except where you want to spend a lot of money on your grass. I'm gonna get your grass. I live in a community that has a. Yeah, we got a lot of grass. We have to pay a lot of money for it, and some people want to start saving money. Can you believe it? Ugh. And get rid of my grass? I don't think so. Anyway, hey, look, I'm going. This is the end. As I develop this timer up, as I develop this plat that I'm doing, I'm gonna just do another video. It's gonna be Northrop Part 2 if I ever get around to doing it, just to share with you what I did. But look what's got. Why do I have these jiggity jaggities there? Why do I have those jiggity jaggities? You. I don't know where that when those came up. You interpolate at F18. Yes. Now they're even more. I can't explain why they came up like that. I really can't. You. I didn't have them a minute ago. Interior is interior. Mm-hmm. You know what? I can't explain why I have those jiggity jaggities. Okay, well this is what is that? That is a terrain feature, which is grass. Okay, because my dirt is delete that. Check that out. That is very telling. Did you just see that? I got rid of, watch this, Control Z. It is that terrain feature. Terrain feature that gives me the jiggity jaggities. Suppose I resize that terrain feature. Oh, you got to get that. You got to get that terrain feature off of the off. You don't want that terrain feature to overlap or to be the same size as the. Look, you don't want this terrain feature, which in my case is grass. I do not want that to match the size of what's called my elevation region, because then I get the jiggity jaggities. Did you just notice that? I just made it a little bit smaller, just a little bit smaller, and everything's okie doke. I'm going to show you something in a second. Watch this. F12, F18 to rebuild. Yes. Now watch. Everything's good. Everything's good to go, right? 7-7. Everything's good to go. This is sort of this is a little nugget for you nugget hunters. Watch this. F12. Yep. See, you can see these contours, these jiggity jaggities. So you got to pull this back just a little bit. You don't have the jiggity jaggities. Hey, that is cool. So anyway, hey, if I ever figure out this terrain that I'm working on, it's sort of it's like a 50-foot wide lot, and it's going down a hill, view of the ocean, and the lot next door is 4 feet taller. The lot next door is 4 feet lower, and it's going at a cross slope, and all this kind of crap. Anyway, if I could find out anything new, that'd be, I'll share it with you. But this I think was really kind of killer. I mean, maybe you guys already knew this, but you get rid of. Look, you can see what happened. You don't want these terrain lines to interfere with your elevation lines. And the further away it is, it gives it a chance to kind of smooth itself out and find its own equilibrium. That's the key. That's what we're looking for. Its own equilibrium.